Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm gonna be showing y'all boys how to make your freeform dreads lock faster overnight. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and do me a favor, like the video and sub up. And if you don't want to hear all this yapping, go ahead and just click the timestamps or click the comments and you can just skip to whichever part you need, you feel me? But enough of that talking, I'm finna just jump straight into it. The first thing you want to do to make your freeform dreads lock faster is you want to make sure that you do not get your hair wet. And what I mean by that is literally literal. Take that literal. Do not get your hair wet. When you first start your freeform dreads journey and you start sponging or doing whatever method you use, I promise you, if you get your hair soaking wet or even a little bit wet, even sweating too much, all the little twists you put in your head literally are just gonna twist out and they're never gonna lock up. So for sure, the first thing I would say is do not get your hair wet. You're probably looking at me thinking I'm crazy because you gotta shower, you gotta sweat, it might be raining or something. Look, whatever you gotta do to get your hair and keep it dry, you do that. Me personally, what I did was, when I started my freeform dreads journey, I wore a shower cap every time I got in the shower or anytime I was around water. Basically, what that means is, you're not gonna be able to wash your hair for the first few months of your freeform dreads journey. Now, I'm not gonna say that you have to do that. Like, I'm not saying your hair not gonna lock up if you don't wash it, but at the same time, you gotta think about it. You just put twists in your hair and you gonna go ahead and get in the water and get them all out. Like, that's really common sense. So for the first month or two of your freeform journey, I would say do not wash your hair, wear shower caps, and avoid water at all costs. Now, you definitely can spread some water in your hand and put it in your hair from time to time if you feel like your hair is too dry. But if we keep it in the buck, if you do the tips I'm finna give y'all later in this video, that part really not gonna matter anyway. So for sure, make sure you wearing shower caps when you get in the shower. Make sure you put your hoodie on if it's raining or something. And just make sure you're not jumping in no pools or nothing like that. That's why I say the best time to start freeforms is in the winter, because by the time the summer get here, your hair gonna be locked up. For sure though, y'all boys see though, my hair ain't like fully locked up, but it's locked up enough to where I can get it as wet as I want. I can wash it whenever I want. I can put my hair up in styles now. I can do anything I want with my hair, you feel me? My hair is literally almost in its prime. Now we're gonna get on to the next tip. The next tip we got to make your freeform dreads lock faster overnight is literally just playing with your hair. Like, if you bored or you sitting somewhere or you doing something or you don't got nothing to do, put your hands in your hair and grab little twists that you got when you first start and literally just twist them like this with your fingers. Play with your hair. Shake your hair, play with your hair, twist it around. Because when you twisting your hair and you messing with your hair and all that, you really kind of forcing your hair to lock up, because not only are you hitting it with the sponge or whatever method that you're using, you taking that and you really twisting them and you playing with them. And then when you go back over it with the sponge or the brush or whatever method you use, it's literally getting double lock it. So for sure, take little parts of your hair when you get bored and just play with them, twist them around. And over time, as you do that, they all gonna lock individually. Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's kind of a slow method because you gotta twist all of them. But when you get bored, just take them and twist them. I promise you, you do that in your free time, you eventually over time gonna twist every piece of hair on your head. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. For sure, that's what I be doing to this day. Like, every time I get bored, I get nervous or anything like that, I take little pieces of my hair and just twist them. You can do like this, twist it like this, or you can just literally just grab it and twist it like this. Doing that gonna help it lock up. Now we're gonna get on to the next step. The next step I got for y'all boys kind of contradicts what I told y'all in other videos on how to maintain your freeforms or how to make your hair grow faster, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. The next thing you need to do if you want your freeform dreads to lock faster is go to sleep with nothing on your head. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I told y'all boys in other videos, sleeping without bonnets or do-rags or anything that keeps your hair protected is bad for your hair. And it is bad for your hair, but if you sleeping without it and you rubbing across the pillow and all that, it kind of helps your hair lock up faster. Like, the first 6 months of my journey, I wore no bonnet or nothing, and that kind of explains why my hair didn't grow that fast. But at the same time, that's why my hair kind of locked up faster, because I was sleeping on it and I'm rubbing it in my sleep and all that. That kind of helped it lock up, you feel me? So for sure, if you want your hair to lock up a little bit faster, you need to be sleeping with nothing on your head, because your hair gonna be getting friction and all that. But this is not sustainable long term. After you do this for the first few months of your journey, you need to get you a bonnet and you need to start taking care of your hair better. And speaking of taking care of your hair better, that gets us to the next step. So I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. You can do all of these steps if you don't have a healthy scalp that's taken care of, where the hair grows from anyway, and literally where the roots are locked to, your hair not gonna lock up anyway. So you need to make sure you are oiling your scalp and taking care of your scalp every week to make sure that your hair can grow healthily and it can lock up, you feel me? So what I recommend doing is getting you an oil. It can be black castor, wild growth, rosemary oil, any type of oil that you need. I recommend that you get it and you put it in your scalp every 3 days. What this is going to do is it's going to make your hair grow faster and be more healthy. And the healthier your scalp is and the healthier your hair is, the faster it's going to grow and the faster it's going to lock up. So you doing all these methods I just told y'all boys, along with oiling your scalp up, you know, drinking your water, moisturizing your hair and all that, and not washing it, it's going to grow faster and your scalp's going to be more healthy. And you playing with your hair and you doing all of this, now your hair going to lock up faster. For sure though, At the end of the day, no matter what you do, you can do anything in the world to make your hair a lot faster. If you're not patient and you're not willing to put in that pain for that freeform dreads journey, bro, your hair not gonna lock up anyway. Now we're gonna get into the next step though. The next step I got for y'all boys is not really something that you need because I didn't use it, but what you can do is you can use this thing called locking gel. Now locking gel is basically this thing that hairstylists use when they retwist your hair or they do like twist out styles and all that. Locking gel is basically this substance that like you put in your hair and it like holds your hair and it hardens your hair and it makes it lock up. My first freeform dreads journey I did years ago, I used locking gel, but I wasn't washing my hair because like I told y'all, if you want your hair to go faster, you gotta kind of avoid washing it and avoid doing all that for the first few months. So you gotta think about it like this: if you're not washing your hair and you put in locking gel and products and all that in your hair, it's gonna build up and your scalp really not gonna be all that. But for sure, locking gel will definitely speed up the process a little bit. You just put a little bit of it in your hand every day, rub it through your hair and sponge your head. When you do that, it's gonna over time like lock up, it's gonna harden up, but it's gonna be like build up, it's gonna be all nasty and all that. Like I personally wouldn't recommend using lock gel, but if you really want your hair to lock faster, I would recommend using locking gel. But you do not need lock gel for your freeform dreads. You never need that. Don't let nobody tell you that you need that. You don't need locking gel. It's just if you want your hair to lock faster. I wouldn't recommend it though. Now we're gonna get on to the next step. The next thing I got for y'all is not really a step, but it's kind of like common sense. You have to be patient, like I said a few minutes ago. If you start your hair journey, freeform journey, or any journey in life, even if it's not hair, you have to be patient. You can do everything I told you in this video, and if you're not patient and you're not willing to see the ugly and the bad of the journey, you're not gonna make it anyway with the freeform dreads journey. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You have to be patient. You gotta go through every stage. You gotta go through the stage when you growing your hair out and you got a little fro. You gotta go through the stage where you got the little beady balls in your hair that look like they never gonna grow. Then you're gonna get to the point where your hair look decent but it's still ugly. Then you're gonna get to the good stage. Then you're gonna get to the prime. And then after that, it's gonna be good. For sure, you have to be patient though. Like my hair, y'all seeing right now, this didn't happen overnight. This didn't happen overnight. I'm over a year into my journey. I'm like a year and 1 month into my journey. And I'm not even in my prime yet. I personally feel like my hair not all that yet, you feel me? Like my hair is definitely locked up now and move. I can put in a little pigtails and all that, but for sure, it took me a little minute to get here. So that's the lesson for the video. You have to be patient, not even just hair, anything in life, be patient. For sure though, I'm hoping that these tips help y'all out, and if these tips do help y'all out, then I ask that you do me a favor, go ahead and like the video, sub up to the channel, and follow me on Instagram. And I ain't gonna lie, this is how you make your freeform dreads a lot faster overnight.